Okay, so we have today for the new moon in Capricorn, a grounding practice. First and foremost, we want to be connected, we want to be grounded, and with everything that's going on politically, and even this shifts astrologically, it's really important that we stay grounded and we stay connected and we can stay present, because there's a lot of heavy physical realities going on right now with people's physical health and with their, finances and institutions, things, where you're going to be is being is sort of up in the air. And when so many things are up in the air, we've got to ground ourselves and stay connected. And obviously, movement is a great way to do that. Particularly these postures, we're going to be doing long holds. So it's not a fancy, frilly practice. These are things that if you've practiced with me before, you've done a million times over, but I'm sure you're okay with it. I know I'm never mad to stay in a restorative posture. Some of the themes I'm picking up, what do I want to say about that? I think mostly staying grounded, but there's also this like precipice that we've been dealing with for a while. So being on the edge of something and not really sure if you've jumped off the cliff, if you're still at the edge of the cliff, where are you in relation to the cliff? Are you falling? Is this the falling part? Are you on the edge? And today I woke up and my bank account had 666. My what was it? Oh, my Instagram, it was like I was following 669 people and then it's now at 666. There was another thing. Oh, my subscribers on YouTube went from 68 to 66. So like everything just like 66666 everywhere. And for me, 6 is like a number of the heart. Well, it's a number of the heart, but it's also sort of this like you've had this like victory, this breakthrough, this important moment, but that prepares you for the unveiling of something. And that's what I feel is coming. That's what this precipice is. It's this like unveiling, like you finally get to see whether you're on the edge or whether you've stepped off or whether you're falling and all of these things. Like it will begin to show itself. And this is when if you think in tarot, like the 7 of Swords, like the lie gets revealed, or like the thing that was concealing itself is revealed on the way to good and more positive, more aligned things. So it's good, but it's a strange place to be in because your heart is open as you're stepping into sort of things that might be scarier energies or more hostile feeling energies, because 7 is really like a chaotic change, right? That's when you step right into the chaos. So these are the things that I'm really picking up on for this new moon. I know a lot of people have been celebrating the new moon since the 11th, and I think that really speaks to how big of a new moon this is, how powerful this is, and what do you want to grow for the spring? What do you want to see come forward, and being really truly honest with yourself. So stripping back the mask of from yourself, even, like what is my true heart's desire? Is it something that you have been embarrassed about, or something that you have felt was not aligned with you, or was not possible for you, not aligned, not possible for you, and really owning that. Like, if you want to be like a circus clown and you're like, this has been your dream and your passion. I really hope that's not true, but like if that's it for you, you know, stripping away those layers that say I can't, I'm not, you know, and owning it, owning that part of yourself. Even if you don't physically do anything about it, it's more like I own this part of myself, and maybe not the changes aren't going to come. It's Capricorn season. Like, what a dull, slow march this is. Anyway, so I have the attitude of like a rebellious teenager with the energy of Capricorn. I'm like, oh, you're right, but like I don't want you to be, and I'm annoyed by you. So we're gonna get into the practice. I think I have lost someone. Yep, but we will get started nonetheless. So we're gonna start in legs out wide. Let me demonstrate with my arms, or I could show you. So you're going to bring your legs out wide. I have a chair here to demonstrate how you can use a chair or a bed to do this same posture. But we're going to set up our bolster. You can use a chair you see here to hold the bolster in place, and then just lie down, lie forward. Woo, we hinge at the hips. We turn the toes back toward the face. Nice option. If you don't have a bolster, you can use blankets on the chair. So building something up for the chair and then leaning forward. I'm trying so hard to not think about the butts that have been sitting on the chair. Anyway, that's so relaxing. And maybe you bring a little bit of a blanket under your bum just to give you some support. And I'm going to move this chair out of the way while you get into your position. And then, of course, you're always welcome to take a different variant. So maybe you use blocks, maybe use books. But we want to roll the shoulders down the back and relax into it, really settle. You want your head to be supported. You want your shoulders to be relaxed. And taking your time to make yourself more comfortable. So if you've got the blanket under your bum, maybe you need it up a little bit higher.
I missed the first one. What?
Start to find your breath. Feeling your heels connected to the earth, the backs of your legs. Feel your breath fill the back body as you settle into this posture. So either head supported by a chair or a couch. The couch is harder because of the spread of your legs, but you want your legs straight. Flexing the toes back toward the face and then wiggle the toes to release tension in the knees. We're going to stay here for a while. So find a position that feels supportive and comfortable for you. And I'll be taking you through some guided energy healing and guided meditation. And if you ever lose the sound of my voice, come right back, bringing you back to center. Or perhaps what I'm saying is not for you and you allow yourself to simply relax. Begin by bringing your awareness to the soles of your feet. So feeling the air beneath the heels, the arch. And each toe. Feeling the bottom of the feet and then the top. Each toenail. And at the soles of your feet, you'll start to feel a warm sensation. With each breath, the warmth grows. Your breath becomes slower and deeper as you relax the space between the eyebrow and the jaw, letting the face melt back toward the earth. Landing yourself here in this moment with this warmth at your feet. Focusing on lengthening and deepening your breath. And as the breath grows deeper, bring your awareness to the space between your eyebrows, the home of your inner vision. Taking a few steps back, you bring your awareness to the space between your ears. This is where the self that is the observer sits. Place the observing self down on a seat in this space between your ears, looking out over the space between your eyebrows, so you may observe your thoughts without becoming them. And in your mind's eye, you begin to see the warmth growing at the soles of your feet like two warm orbs of light. And know that with your breath, you can begin to pull this energy, this light in through the soles of your feet. On the inhale, draw it in, feeling the warmth travel up to your ankle, feeling all the tissues and nerves, and muscle and bone in the feet relax. Continue to draw this warm light up through the shins and the calves. You may experience tingling as the tissues become cleansed and cleared and relaxed. Drawing your breath, your awareness, and the light up the legs to the knees. This glowing wraps around the knee, softening the tension in this space. We will linger here with each breath, allowing that warmth to grow and glow out from this space. More and more surrender, more and more ease. The knees they hold our overthinking. There are too many thoughts we stubbornly cling to. But know that you are safe and you are held in this space, and let them go. Focus in on the light that moves now up your thigh, to where the leg meets the hip. And these two lights begin to merge at the base of your spine. In the space of your reproductive organ. I was going to say uterus, but we have some men present. And in this space, letting the light glow and move through. Deep breath in, still drawing in through the feet, up the leg, into the hips, now moving through the torso. Softening the tissues of your belly as the light moves up under the rib. Lighter and lighter, more relaxed, more at ease. And at some point in this posture, you may experience a resurgence of tension. Know that once you have relaxed the legs once, it is easier to do it again. And so allowing this process to unfold naturally. Each time the tension rises, draw the light up through the leg. With your deep breath, you continue to move the light up through the chest and through the lungs. Feel this deeper breath move more easily and more freely in the body. Feel the shoulder relax, easily dropping down from the ear as your neck softens and relaxes with the light. It lingers in the space of the shoulders and the neck. Feel the warmth in this space. And this is where we hold a lot of our frustration, our worries, those little nagging things that build up over the day. Just let that weight go. For this time, knowing that you can always pick it up later if it's necessary. You see the light begin to split, moving down the arm, front and back, the elbow, and the forearm, the wrist, and through the finger. The warmth and the glow surround your hand. And if your palms are face down, if they're not face down, turn them down. And we'll begin to see two orbs of light beneath the earth travel up into the hand, meeting and merging with this energy from the feet. A deep grounding, healing, and cleansing energy and light that moves up the arm, through the wrist, through the forearm, and the elbow. Elbows become heavier and heavier. The tops of the arm and through the neck, into the jaw, laying down the edges of the jaw, soften the tongue, let it become heavy, soften the cheek, away from the eye. The eyelids are heavy, the forehead relaxes, and all through the scalp. You are now completely encased in this warm light. Stay here, continuing to breathe. Each time the tension surges up in the body, surrender it over to the support of the earth beneath you as you continue to open the leg. If your mind wanders, come back to your breath. Or come back to that light that draws in through the soles of the feet and the hands. Start to press each fingertip into the earth. And as you do, imagine that each fingertip is planting a seed, pressing a seed into the earth. And we will continue with this exercise throughout the practice. So begin to name each seed. Through my thumb, I am planting an intention for more self-love, for example. With my index finger, I plant clarity. With my middle finger, I'm planting serenity. With the ring finger, compassion. And with the pinky, integrity. Or naming each finger for yourself, dedicating a word to each finger. Maybe you go back over it, reminding yourself what each one means. Begin to bring yourself back up to seated. Finding yourself up nice and tall, bringing your hands next to your hips, lengthening the spine. And maybe you walk your hands back slightly, open the chest and heart to the earth. And bring yourself back to center. So the way we're going to do this next exercise is that we're going to have the bolster land on the second side in the position you're going to want to keep it in for the end of practice, if that makes sense. So if you want to be facing toward me, just adjusting your bolster as that fits. So for me, I'm putting it on the right hip first, and then I'll put it on the left hip next, because that will make my head land here. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so my right foot's going to come to the inside of the left thigh. Just switch directions as needed. Left foot behind, flexing the foot. And if this is too intense for the knees, you can always adjust, and you can bring your knees into more of a whatever this is, stacking one leg over the top of the other. And then we're going to begin to straighten the spine, turn toward our bolster or a stack of blankets, whatever we have, walk the fingertips out, and bring your left ear down. If the left ear is not available, that's okay. You can use the right ear. And find your breath. Deep, deep breath, pulling it down into the legs and into the hips, the belly, ribs, chest. And relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the arms. You don't have to hold yourself up. You can just be here peacefully. Begin to scan the body for points of connection. Where are you presently connected to the earth? And from each point of connection, from each bone that is behind the skin that is connected to the earth, you begin to grow roots, sending out your sensitivities to the ancestral realm. We call on any ancestors, energies, or entities that wish to be present with us here in this space at this time. And most importantly, send a root out from your ear, whichever is connected to your pillow, to your blanket. Wherever your ear rests, you send out a root from that space. And it is through this root that your ancestors may communicate with you. And perhaps it's not ancestors, maybe it's subtle energy, vibration, a rhythm. Listen deep for the messages that the earth keeps here for you. As you settle your body more and more with your breath. Know that you can always ask for someone to connect with you if you have someone in mind. The crone is with you. The green man is with you. Whatever form they may take in your life. Feel the earth begin to rise around you and like a blanket cover you from toe to shoulder, leaving your head above the earth. You are now buried like that seed, reminding yourself of your 5 intentions. Perhaps or perhaps your ancestors or guides are giving you different intentions, different instructions. Allow this to unfold as you continue to connect deep into the earth. And starting to feel that earthen blanket recede
Hi.
and feel yourself coming back into your body, pressing into each finger the intentions that you had set out for yourself. The intention of your thumb, the seed that you're pressing into the earth. And your index finger. The intention of your middle finger. Of your ring finger and your pinky. And once you have completed this round and reminding yourself, begin to bring yourself up to seated. Bringing the legs out wide, we'll switch sides. So bring your bolster, your stack of pillows, blankets over to the other side. So if you started on the right, you're coming over to the left. Left foot to the inside of the right thigh, right foot behind, creating that pinwheel position where you can always modify by stacking one knee over the other, coming into a more traditional twist. Using blankets where needed, maybe a blanket under the right knee Or maybe you have blankets between the legs if your legs are closer together. And then turning toward your pillow, walking the fingertips out. My right ear goes down to the bolster, but maybe if you were on the right ear last time, you're switching over to the left. And begin to settle into your twist. Taking long, slow, deep breaths. We'll be here a while. So taking that into account, making sure that you're comfortable before you settle in, that you're well supported. Breathing deep into the belly, into the ribs, into the chest, relaxing the shoulder. Once again, finding all the places that are connecting with the earth. Maybe the side of your foot, the knee, the hip bone. And thinking of your blankets or your pillow as an extension of the earth, as lifting the earth up to meet you. So anything that is in contact with support. And that is really the beauty of the earth energy, is that it supports us. It helps to stabilize us and keep us safe. Too much earth can make us stuck. So we lean into this practice knowing that we are looking for the lighter aspects of earth, the ways it can support and help us. And with those point connections to the earth, begin to see roots grow down, down, down into the earth like nerves. They feel the subtle energies, the vibration. And feel this echo into your body as you become more and more relaxed, more at ease. Letting that tension in your shoulders just drop. And the arms heavy. If you notice that you're holding yourself up, see if you can drop in a little bit more to the support beneath you. And we will now begin to send a root out from the ear. Listen down into the earth. And maybe all that comes back is the sound of your pulse, rhythm, or maybe it's the sound of your own thought. Remembering to stay in that seat of observation, watching and listening as an observer. And before you fully settle in, See the earth rise up around you, covering you, holding you in a blanket of soil that is warm and heavy and supportive. And through this ear, you may access other ancestors, other guides. Perhaps your guide on the first side was from your mother's side, for instance, and on the second side, a paternal ancestor comes to you, noticing if there is that difference. Who speaks to you on this side? And if no guides appear, no ancestors are coming to you, know that the crone and the green man are with you always. And you may send out a question or a feeling and have them vibrate it back to you through the earth.
Begin to draw your awareness back to your hand, pressing each little seedling from each finger into the earth. The intention contained in your thumb and in your index finger and your middle finger, your ring finger, and your pinky. With the energy that you have raised within yourself, begin to unwind your twist and gently walk yourself up to seated, turning the base of your spine to the edge of your bolster. This can also be done with a rolled up blanket under the spine. We're going to take another rolled up blanket, possibly 2 pillows or blocks. So you can do both or just one. With the rolled up blanket, bring your feet together, wrap it around the top of the feet, drawing the blanket toward the bum, and then lay yourself back, arms out to your sides, palms face up. Woo, that feels beautiful. And we're going to take 3 rounds of breath where we inhale through the nose and gently press the feet together. And exhale through the mouth, release that tension. So 2 more of those. Pressing the feet together, feeling a bit of tension rise up in the lower body, and exhale to release. 1 more. Press the feet together, and exhale, release. Settling now into this posture. If you need to do more of those breaths to fully relax, feel free to do that. Your palms are turned up if you want to place something underneath each hand or place an object in each hand, maybe a stone. You can do that now, so long as this stone isn't high vibrational. So something that's more grounding, like a river stone. And just land here in this moment. Letting the eyes become heavy. Letting the backs of the hands become heavy. Wherever you're holding yourself up, let it go. Maybe you add some extra support under the knee. Begin to bring your awareness to all the places that your back body is connected to the earth. Focusing on the upper body first, the back of the head. And tracing down the spine. Maybe your elbow, your wrist, backs of your hand, all connected, all grounded. And once again, the earth will rise up all around you. And like a blanket, begin to cover over the feet and the legs, the hips, the belly, ribs and chest, and the arms until your whole body is buried in the earth. Only your head remains above the soil. And you can stay here in silence with this thought as a seed. What is it that you need to grow? Begin to turn your palms down to the floor. Pressing into each fingertip, each of those intentions. Draw your knees towards center and walk your feet from that distance apart, letting the knees touch, relaxing the inner thigh. Maybe you change the angle of your arms slightly, lifting them a little bit above the elbows, fingertips still touching the earth. And it is here you see roots grow not from your fingertips, but from the seed you planted, supported by the energy of ancestors, spirits, energies, entities, forces, named and unnamed. Be the beginning of these seeds you have planted take root. And as you relax here in this posture, sending them the same energy, the same things that you needed as a seed to grow. Or stay here focusing on your breath, letting the lower back relax, pelvic floor, the ribs, neck, the face, relax. Start to bring your arms down to your side. You can either roll over onto your side or gently bring yourself up onto your forearms and then up to seated. And we'll turn and face the bolster, bringing the knees out wide. You can place a block or blankets under the thighs, anything you need for support. You want to be supported under the bums. You can put a pillow there as well. And then begin to walk yourself forward, resting your ear on the pillow. Choosing whatever side feels right for you. Breathe into the back body. There's also the option to place something under the pillow or raise it up a little bit higher, or to remove the support a little bit and go a little bit lower. You want to be comfortable. And softening the eyes or closing them. Begin to see the earth rise up around you. And like a blanket, it lifts over the feet and the legs and the back body, tucking you in, nice and safe. Heaviness that feels comforting, like a hug. You're reminded of the light that you cultivated in your body at the beginning of your practice. Feeling that light glow under this blanket of soil and earth. Stay here, connecting with your breath. This is the energy of the Earth Mother. In whatever name or unnamed you know her as. With her comfort and support, you will feel more secure in the choices that you make day to day. With that foundation, feeling receptive to growth. And we're about halfway, so you can switch gears to balance out the twist in the neck. Staying safely encased in your earthen mound that is made just for you. When you're ready, beginning to walk the fingertips back, come up to seated, remove everything from your mat. You can come down to Shavasana. So you can take, if it's more comfortable for you, you can Shavasana with a rolled up blanket or a bolster under the knees. This will help to release tension in the lower back. You can also roll up a blanket and put it under the ankles, which can be really nice. And if you are going to put anything under the head, nothing more than a folded blanket to avoid cutting off um, the breathing apparatus throat. And lay back. Arms to your sides, palms face down. As we fully embrace our newfound and solid relationship with the ground. Letting the hips relax, the feet fall open, the shoulders relax. Find that light that you draw in through the soles of the feet and through the palms, and feel yourself glow. Before you fully settle in, I invite you to see a pillar of energy that runs from the crown of the head to the root. And this is your core of energy. You brighten with each breath. You are now going to call back any energy that you have either given away, lost, or has been taken. All those fragments are magnetized back to you. Feel yourself like a magnet for energies that are your own. And don't worry about anyone who has received anything from you. They will not miss it. This is about calling back what is your own. Feeling fuller and more refreshed. Settle in. Maybe let the palms turn up. Really dropping into this time of rest. Energy, blood, breath flowing freely through the body. Start to bring your awareness back, wiggling the fingers and toes, the wrists and ankles, rocking your head from side to side, from ear to ear. If you are transitioning into sleep, then you can skip this part. But I do ask that when you finally do make a transition back to the land of the living, that you do it in this way, to honor your practice and to honor transition. So if you are moving out of Shavasana with me, stand your feet mat distance apart. Move the knees from side to side, pausing with the knees over toward the right side, taking a deep breath. A deep exhale. And a deep inhale brings your knees back to center and over to the left. Nice, strong inhale. Nice, strong exhale. Bring it back through center, knees together, feet out wide. Right hand to the heart space, left hand to the belly. And this is your moment of gratitude. So I invite you to find whatever it is that you're grateful for today. This is an additional energy to cultivate in our lives at this time. I am grateful for, I'm thankful for holding and sustaining maybe a vision or a feeling of that gratitude. Gratitude is the greatest armor we have in this life, allowing us to be vulnerable and strong at once, to express kindness without feeling weak, to love without fear. With gratitude, we are both nourished and protected. When you're ready, extend your right arm alongside the ear, turning over onto your right side into the fetal position. This is a time to rest in transition, honoring the spaces between, whatever form they may take. And in that space, we honor ourselves. We're staying with ourselves. We're showing up to our practice. We're taking this time to listen inward and to grow. And when you're ready, press into your palm and bring yourself up to seated, finding a comfortable seat, either legs crossed or sitting back on your heels, maybe propping up the hips, finding a tall spine, belly lifts, shoulder blades draw together, heart open. And let's take a deep breath, open the arms out wide, inhale, and exhale to bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, let's open the arms out wide, drawing the backs of the hands together, and exhale the hands to heart center. Inhale, open the arms wide. And draw the elbows in toward the body, palms facing forward. Close your eyes. You now receive through your palms a feeling of connection from the root that connects us all in the song that sings the universe. With love, kindness, compassion, empathy, community, support, all of the ways in which you are not alone, you feel and receive this connection through your palms. Feel it surge up your arms into your heart space, until you are full with this feeling of connection. And as we are full, we can now begin to give. And so you receive through your right this feeling of connection as you give through your left to your neighbor in this circle. Whoever you feel needs this connection. Our flow is like a prayer. And so we send this loving intention to whoever needs it. We include them in this circle. We hold them safe in this space as we give through the left and receive through the right. An endless flow of energy from right to left. And when you're ready, draw your hands to your heart space. Bow your head to your chest. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me tonight, always.